shit, yeah, they bread stank. Walk up in the club, dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an...
What's going on, fight fans? It's another great day when you love MMA. Welcome back to Mad Matty Fight Talk. So UFC 278 just went down in Salt Lake City, Utah, where it was home to the greatest come-from-behind victory from a challenger in a championship fight that we have ever seen. I gotta say that Leon Edwards was down probably, 3-1 going into the fifth round. He won the first round. He looked very impressive, but Kamaru Usman started to take over the fight as it went on. And going into that fifth round, it was do or die. And Leon Edwards did exactly what he said. He landed a sniper rifle shot, one kill. What's the deal? Set up a left high kick, hit it behind the left hand. It was beautiful. Put Kamaru Usman out cold. We've never seen that before. He absolutely knocked him the fuck out. It was very impressive. It was one of those, did that really just happen moments. I was frozen. I was watching the fights with my brother, Crazy Chris, and it was insane, dude. Me and him looked at each other. We could not believe it. I don't even think Leon Edwards could believe it. I mean, I'm sure he knew that he was trying to set that up, but just the fact that it happened that late in the fight, just nobody could believe it. I mean, the arena was shook. I saw a video later of all the MMA fighters or all the UFC fighters in the front row just jaw dropped. They literally could not believe it. Justin Gaethje could not believe it. It was hilarious to watch their reaction. But congratulations to the UK. Congratulations to Leon Edwards for snatching that belt and taking it to his homeland where the welterweight king resides. So really, what did that fight do? It raised more questions than it gave us answers. I mean, Kamaru Usman was on a 19-fight win streak that got snapped in the blink of an eye in a fight that he was taking over and dominating. In the fifth round, he was already winning. He was coasting to a victory. I think he was just trying to look impressive, slip punches, you know, make Leon Edwards more tired and possibly take him down later in the round. But that did not work in his favor. He ended up getting slept, as we all saw and we all know now. But what happens in the welterweight division now? Because there's a lot of questions, not a lot of answers. You got Leon Edwards, who was number 2, is now number 1. Is now the champion, excuse me. Does Colby Covington stay at number 1, or does Kamaru Usman drop to number 1, or does he drop to number 2? With a KO like that, it's pretty decisive. But what it is they are 1-1 now. They've already had 2 fights. Kamaru won the first one. Leon won the second one by vicious KO. That could stay in Kamaru Usman's mind. I mean, I don't know if he wants an immediate rematch. I would imagine that he does, considering the fact that he's defended the welterweight belt 5 times and that he was on a 19-fight win streak. So I'm assuming that he's going to want to get right back to it. Now, Dana White said that he wants this fight to go down in the UK, preferably Wembley. I don't know if he's going to be able to book that, but I think that would be really dope if they got Leon Edwards in his hometown defending his homeland, which on a side note, I think it's kind of fucked up that they're doing that because Charles Oliveira is going to Abu Dhabi to try and win his belt back, or in my eyes, defend it against Islam Makhachev, but they won't give this guy a fight in Brazil. Maybe it's because of the COVID restrictions, but I just think that's kind of fucked up. I don't know what you guys think. But if they are able to set this fight up at Wembley, it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive regardless. And the UK crowds are fucking wild. It's going to be intense. And Kamaru Usman's going to have to go in there and do what Max Holloway did to Jose Aldo. He's going to have to go into dangerous territory to try and snatch what's his. So do we want to see an immediate rematch? Does that call for an immediate rematch? They're definitely going to fight again. But does he deserve an immediate rematch when it was such an exclamation point on what happened to him? You got knocked out. The first fight you won by decision. So it just shows that Leon Edwards learned from his fight with Nate Diaz that in the 5th round, people are still dangerous. He got hurt against Diaz and was on skates from the middle to the end of the 5th round, trying to avoid getting knocked out. So he knows, he learned from that, and he took that into his fight. He's still a dangerous man in the 5th round and was able to put Usman out cold. But let's see what's going on here. So we got Khamzat Chimaev, who's ranked number 3. I don't know if the rankings are going to get flipped around because it's still the old ones. But Khamzat Chimaev is ranked number 3. He's taking on an unranked Nate Diaz. This is a massive fight. Obviously, Nate Diaz isn't ranked right now, but this is still a massive fight because Nate Diaz is a household name, vintage UFC, and Khamzat is the rising, undefeated star. It's going to be a moneymaker. That's really why this fight's put together. But what Khamzat's doing is putting himself in danger of possibly losing to somebody who's on their way out. Regardless, we'll see what happens. Khamzat's a powerful, strong dude. Nate's a veteran with a lot of experience and a lot of tools. He's a very slick fighter. So we'll see what happens with that. But those guys are booked up. Bilal Muhammad's taking on Sean Brady, the undefeated Sean Brady. Now, this is a very interesting matchup as well. For Bilal, I mean, I like the fact that he's taking on Brady. It doesn't seem like too many guys want that matchup. There's also Jeff Neal, who just came off of a very decisive win over Vicente Luque. Jorge Masvidal. I mean, obviously, the guy's not on a win streak right now. He's lost 2 fights. But there's history there. There was the three-piece in Minnesota came from that moment where they were backstage and Masvidal walked up, hands behind his back, and then unloaded a combo, cut Leon Edwards, did more damage to Leon Edwards in those 3 seconds than Kamaru Usman did the whole fight. So do we want to see that matchup? I think Leon really wants that fight, but he knows that Masvidal hasn't done anything to deserve it. So I would not give somebody like that a title shot. Then you got Gilbert Burns. You know, what are we going to do with Gilbert Burns? Who's he taking on? He could potentially get a title shot. I mean, obviously he needs a win to get himself there. But there's a lot of questions here that are unanswered. Like, what are we doing in this division? Kamaru Usman's going to have to take a suspension after getting knocked out like that. I mean, it sounds like Dana White said, no, we'll get them right back going. We'll definitely get these guys going right away. So it could happen like that. Or, you know, we might see Colby Covington, who doesn't have a fight, possibly get a title shot. This throws a lot of things in the mix for the UFC to think about. And they usually do what the fight fans want the most. For me personally, you got to give Colby Covington a title shot because, look, this is your chance to get some different fights in there, right? We're never going to see a Colby versus Kamaru 3 if Kamaru's the champ. We just won't see it because we know how that fight plays out. Colby doesn't have the power to put away Usman. Usman has a little bit better stand-up, and he is might be a better wrestler. It's just been proven twice already. Do we want to see Gilbert Burns going there again? But he got finished, right? Then there's Masvidal, who's been knocked the fuck out by Kamaru Usman. Do we want to see that again? Not really. These aren't really big selling points. But a Leon Edwards versus a Colby Covington fight, I'm game for that. I would like to see that. Does Khamzat beating Nate Diaz give him a title shot? I mean, it could. I don't think that it will, but he's ranked number 3 and he's undefeated. So if Khamzat wins, he might be in the driver's seat to overpass Kamaru Usman. I mean, Usman, he needs to play it down. That was a lucky shot. He set it up nice, but it was a lucky shot. It hurt me more than I thought it was going to hurt me. That knockout was a fluke. I want my belt back. I was on a 19-fight win streak. I was on 5 title defenses. Let me go in there and get my belt back. He needs to speak up because if not, if I'm Colby Covington or if I'm even Jeff Neal, Sean Brady, Bilal Muhammad, all of these guys should be calling for a title shot. Nobody should be sitting back and just letting a rematch happen. Look, this is your chance to get yourself into the title into contention for the belt. I would be trying to pass Kamaru Usman. I'd be like, hey, look, man, this guy needs a break. You know, he got knocked out. Let's let him sit on the side. Even if he doesn't get the immediate rematch, you can give him a fight after we fight for the belt. You know what I mean? Who gives a shit what Kamaru Usman's doing if I'm any of these other guys? If I'm Gilbert Burns, I'm like, bro, let me get that belt. I just went through a war with Khamzat. I showed everybody that he's human. I made him fight to a decision. Let's get me in there for that belt. I could hang standing up with Leon Edwards. Usman, yeah, he needs to do what he can to get himself back in there. But there's so many questions, not enough answers. But we'll see how things play out because in the very short future, there's a lot of big welterweight fights happening. And I'm very curious to see what Leon Edwards wants to do. I heard in Leon Edwards' post-fight interview that he is open to a immediate rematch with Kamaru Usman, but it's going to be in the UK from what I'm hearing. So that could play out. I mean, if I'm anybody else, I'm going to try and swim the other way. But anyway, guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, hit the bell icon to be notified when I drop more content, and hit me in those comments, man. I really want to know what you guys think. Should we see an immediate rematch, or should we see a different contender to spice things up in the welterweight division? And just a little fun fact here, Anderson Silva still remains the only man to be on a 16-fight win streak in the UFC. Fucking crazy. Kamaru was so close, but didn't do anything. So anyway, yeah, see you guys on the next one, man.
Haters talking shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an